Good morning, students. This is Shafi from Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. Welcome back to the maths class. In our previous class, we learned about the types of functions. In this class also, we are going to learn the other types of functions. In this class, we will discuss about the greatest integer functions. Hence, it is also important for 5 marks. Let us define the greatest integer function. You just note down the definition. The function, a function f from R to R, a function f from R to R. Yes, we know that R is a real number, R is also a real number. Therefore, R is a domain and R is also a codomain. Therefore, domain is a real numbers, codomain is also a real numbers. A function f from R to R is defined by f of x equals to step x. This we read it as step x for all. For all x belongs to R. The values of x must be a real number. F of x equals to step x where x belongs to R. The values of x must be a real number. Assume that the values of greatest integer is less than or equal to x is called greatest integer function or step function. Greatest integer function is also called as step function. It is the definition for this greatest integer function. A function f from R to R is defined by f of x equals to step x where x belongs to R. Assume that the values of the greatest integer is less than or equal to x is called a greatest integer. Let us draw the graph for this greatest integer function. Let by the definition of the greatest integer function, f of x equals to step x. Let f of x equals to step x where x must be belongs to R. Now let us take the values. Before that, you just take a screenshot or pause the video. You just note down the definition for this function. Now let f of x equals to step x where x belongs to R. Let us take the values. I will take it from 0, f of 0. I am not going to draw the table because this function is little bit different to the other previous types of functions. F of 0 step 0 equals to f of 1 f of 0.5 step of 0.5 f of 1 step of 1 step 1 f of 1.5 step 1.5 f of 2 step 2 f of 2.5 step of 2.5 equals to and so on. Similarly, f of 3, f of 3.5, f of 4, f of 4.5, like that the values will be taken. So these are the positive values. What about if we come to the negative values? F of 0 minus 0.5 f of minus 1 minus 0.5, step of minus 1, f of minus 1.5, step of minus 1.5, f of minus 2, step of minus 2, f of minus 2.5, step of minus 2.5, and so on. Now, by the definition of a greatest integer function says that the greatest integer less than or equal to x. The greatest integer should be less than or equals to x. The greatest integer for 0, it will be 0 only. The greatest integer for 0, it will be 0 only. What about the greatest integer for 0.5? The greatest integer for 0.5. You just take a number line. 0.5, where it will come in between 0, 1, isn't it? In between 0 and 1. 0.5, it will be 0.5. It will be 0.5. By the definition of a greatest integer function, the values of the greatest integer is less than or equals to x, isn't it? You just move on to the left. The greatest integer will be 0. For 0.5, for the value of 0.5, the greatest integer will be 0. You just move on to the left. Of 0.5, we found the greatest integer, that 0. Therefore, for the greatest integer for the value 0.5 will be 0 only. You just think, what about if the greatest integer for the value 0.9, it will be 0.9. What about the greatest integer for 0.9? It will be 0 only. Sorry, 0.9, here it will come 0.9. It is 0.1. From 0 up to 0.99999, the greatest integer will be 0 only, right? From 0.1 up to 0.9, the greatest integer will be 0 only. Now, what about 1? Now, we move on to 1. The greatest integer for 1, it will be 1 only. The greatest integer for 1, it will be 1 only. The greatest integer for 1.5, the greatest integer for the value 1.5, we just take a number line. Kindly do not confuse. 1, 2. 1.5, where it will come? This point will be a 1.5. The value for the greatest integer for the value 1.5 will be what? You just move on to the left. The greatest integer will be 1, right? The greatest integer will be 1. The greatest integer for the value 1.5, it will be 1 only, right? What about, you just think, what about the value, the greatest integer for the value 1.12? 1.12, where it will come? Maybe here it will come, 1.12. The greatest integer for the value 1.12, it will be 1 only. From 1 up to 1.99999, the greatest integer will be 1 only. From the value 1 up to 1.999, the greatest integer will be 1 only. Hence, it is the greatest integer. What about the greatest integer for the value 2? It will be 2 only. The greatest integer for the value 2, it will be 2 only. What about the greatest integer for the value 2.5? What about the greatest integer for the value 2.5? You just take a number line, 2.5, 2, 3. In between 2 and 3, here it will be a point 2.5, isn't it? The greatest integer for the value 2.5, it will be 2 only. You just move on to its left. You just move on to its left. Here we will found the greatest integer, that 2. Therefore, the greatest integer for the value 2.5, it will be 2 only. I think you understood. You just think, what about the greatest integer for the value 9.2? The greatest integer for the value 9.2, it will be 9 only. You just think the greatest integer for the value 100.3, that will be 100 only. So it is about the positive values. It is about the positive values. What about if we comes to the negative values? The greatest integer for the value minus 0.5, it will be what? You just take a number line. You just take a number line. It is 0 and it is minus 1. It is 0 and it is minus 1. Minus 0.5, here it will be a minus 0.5. Right? Now, the greatest integer for the value minus 0.5, it will be what? I already told you that you just move on to its left. You just move on to its left. Here we will found the integer, that minus 1. Therefore, the greatest integer for the value minus 0.5, it will be minus 1 only. It is minus 1. Now you just think the greatest integer for the value minus 0.39, it will be 1 only. For minus 0.99, it will be minus 1 only. What about the greatest integer for the value minus 0.0001? That also minus 1. Now, the greatest integer for the value minus 1. The greatest integer for the value minus 1, that will be minus 1. What about the greatest integer for the value minus 1.5? Minus 1.5. Is it 2, minus 2 or minus 1? Let us see. You just take a number line. It is minus 1 and it is minus 2. Minus 1.5, where it will come? It is a minus 1.5. Right? It is minus 1.5. The greatest integer for the value minus 1.5, I already told you that you just move on to its left. Here we will found the value minus 2. Therefore, the greatest integer for the value minus 1.5, it will be minus 2. What about if the greatest integer for the value minus 1.6667, that will be minus 2. From minus 1.1111 up to minus 2, that greatest integer will be minus 2 only. From minus 1.1 to minus 2, that will be a greatest integer will be minus 2 only. Hence it is a greatest integer function. What about the greatest integer for the value minus 2? It will be minus 2. What about the greatest integer for the value minus 2.5? Minus 2.5. You just take a number line. It is minus 2 and it is minus 3. Here it will be minus 2.5. Here it will be a minus 2.5. The greatest integer for the value minus 2.5 is what? Minus 3. Therefore, the greatest integer for the value minus 2.5 is minus 3. Understood? It is about the greatest integer function. Let us draw the graph for this function. Let us draw the graph for this function. Before that, you just take a screenshot or pause the video. You just note down these values in your notebook. Now let us draw the graph for this function, for this greatest integer function. This greatest integer function, the graph for this greatest integer function will be different from the previous graphs. It is origin 0. Let us take the values on a positive x-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Let us take the values on negative x-axis -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Let us take the values on positive y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Let us take the values on negative y-axis. Let us take the values on negative y-axis -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and so on. Now you just see the values. The greatest integer for the value 0, it will be 0. From 0 up to 0.999, that value will be 0 only. From 0 up to 0.999, that value will be 0 only. So that you just represent this will be like this. If we come to +1, it will be excluded. I already told you in our previous class that this symbol represents what? Included. This symbol represents that excluded symbol, right? From 0 up to 0.999, that value will be 0. That greatest integer will be 0 only. So that from 0 up to 0.999, that value will be 0. If we come to +1, if we come to 1, then it will be excluded. Now similarly, from 1 up to 1.999, that value will be +1 only. That value will be +1 only. Therefore this 1 is included. If we move on to the integer 2, then it is excluded. Similarly from 2 up to 3, it is excluded. Similarly, like this, you just draw this graph like this. It is excluded. Next, it is included and it is excluded. It is included and it is excluded. Make sure you just draw these symbols properly, otherwise you are going to lose your marks in your examination. Here also it is included, it is excluded. 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 Like this you draw in your graph sheets. Hence it is the greatest integer function. What about the domain, codomain and range for this function? What about the domain, codomain and range for this function? You just take a screenshot or pause the video. You draw this graph in your notebook with the help of graph sheet. Now what about the domain, codomain and range for this function? Domain and codomain. domain, codomain, and range. What about the domain, codomain, and range? I already told you in the starting of this function. You just see the definition of this function. There we have defined that a function f from R to R to R, real numbers to real numbers. That means domain is also a real number, real numbers. Codomain is also a real numbers. What about the range? What about the range? You just see the outputting values. You just see the outputting values. Here we are getting the outputting values like this: 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 3. Like that we are getting the outputting values. Then the range will be 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 5, and so on. Which kind of numbers these are? You just observe, we are not getting the decimal numbers. We are not getting the decimal numbers. I mean the outputting values, we are not getting the decimal numbers. We are getting the exact values, that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, as well as minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, and so on. Like that we are getting the values. Which kind of numbers these are? Which kind of numbers these are? All are integers. Range will be integers only. Range will be integers. Hence the domain, codomain will be real numbers, but the range will be integers for the greatest integer function. Hence it is the greatest integer function. You just practice 3 or 4 times at your home. You will be perfect in this greatest integer function. The question will be like this: define greatest integer function, draw the graph for this function, also write the domain, codomain, range for this function. Like this the question will be there. Now let us move on to the next type function. Now let us move on to the next type function, that is called polynomial function. What is meant by a polynomial function? Let us define a polynomial function. A function f from R to R is defined by, you just note down the definition for this function. A function f from R to R, that is what? Real numbers to real numbers, is defined by f of x equals to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus and so on plus an x power n for all x belongs to R, where x must be a real number. And also a naught, a1, and also a naught, where a naught, here we have a naught, a1, a2, and so on up to an. A naught, a1, a2, a3, and so on up to an is also a real number. I mean what? a0, a1, a2, a3, and so on an. The values what we have for the values what we have a0, a1, a2, a3, and so on an, that should be a real numbers also. N is a, here we have n, that n is a positive integer. N is a positive integer. N is a positive integer. Hence it is a definition for the polynomial function. For example, for this polynomial function will be f of x equals to x square plus 6x minus 3, f of x equals to 6x cube plus 2x square minus 7x plus 3, etc. All these are the examples for the polynomial function. Only definition is there in your NCERT textbook, and also the definition for the polynomial function is not that much important for your point of examination. Now let us move on to the next type function. You just take a screenshot or pause the video, you note down the definition for this polynomial function. Now let us move on to the next type function. That function is a rational function. A rational function. For these two functions, I mean polynomial and rational functions, only definition is there in your NCERT textbook. No graph is there. You don't bother about it. These two functions are not that much important for your point of examination, but whatever, you just write down the definitions for this. If f of x, g of x be any two polynomial functions, then f of x by g of x is not equals to 0 is called rational function. Is called rational function. Is called rational function. Examples for these rational functions will be f of x equals to x square divided by x cube plus 1, and also f of x equals to 6x square minus x plus 2 divided by x square plus x, etc. Hence it is rational functions. Hence these are the types of functions. We will have many more other types of functions. About the remaining ones we will discuss in our second year PUC. One more point, in these types of functions 100% you will get 1 5 marks questions. That expected questions will be the very first one, modulus function, its definition, graph, domain and codomain, and also range. Second function will be signum function. Third will be identity function. Fourth will be a greatest integer function. Hence these 4 types of functions are very, very important for your point of examination. 100% you will get 5 marks question from these 4 types of functions. 5 marks questions you will get. Do not neglect these functions, these 4 types of functions. You just practice 4 or 5 times at your home. You will be perfect. Once again, 100% you will get 5 marks questions from these 4 types of functions. The question will be like this: define modulus function and also draw the graph for this function, and also write down the domain, codomain and range for this function. For every function they will ask graph along with domain, codomain, range and also its definition. Hence it is the class for today. In the next class we will solve the problems based on the functions. Okay dear students, thank you.